No. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Genocide, no matter if it's an accident or not, is never justified. I'm still gonna try and justify it with lame excuses. Alright, this is a new type of video that I'm trying out. I haven't really done this where I commentate over gameplay. Anyways, I saw this one video called Why Undertale's Genocide Path is Justifiable, and I didn't watch the video, but it did got me thinking, how would you try and justify it? Because unlike in the No Mercy neutral ending, you could argue it was for self-defense, but in Genocide, you're actively searching for the monsters to kill. Well, I decided to try it out and attempt to do a justified genocide playthrough. Before we start, let's go over some reasons people could say. Firstly, self-defense. Killing a monster in self-defense would make sense, and I would have to somehow implement it in my playthrough. And finally, it's to take justice for what Asgore did to the 6 innocent kids who got their souls stolen. I would also love to hear what you guys think in the comments, and how would you either unjustify the actions I took or justify the actions I believed were unjustifiable. Feel free to also correct me on any incorrect information I gave out or missed. Let's begin. We start off with Flowey, which luckily Toriel attacks Flowey for us and we have absolutely no involvement, so we're good. The first 2 scripted encounters, the dummy and the frogget, is no problem, as we don't need them to proceed with the genocide route. And here we go, our first problem. To proceed with the genocide route, you must kill 20 monsters, which Toby Fox definitely coded it where it's almost impossible to accidentally do that. Here's our first excuse. We see that unlike in Deltarune, we don't actually chase down the monsters, but we get a pop-up letting us know that we're gonna be entering an encounter. So technically we could be a child who just loves observing the surroundings and monsters just so happen to get in our way. Anyways, into the battles, we can't really justify with self-defense if we attack first, so the plan I had was to use the act button to literally do nothing, and then the monsters attack me first, while I also stand still to show that I'm no threat. Once the monsters has attacked me, I then have a reason to use self-defense, as there's currently an active threat against my life. But obviously we have to use reasonable force to not kill them, so we use weak attacks. Yeah, in the background footage I didn't do that because honestly I didn't want to waste my time with this playthrough, but pretend I was throwing weak attacks, alright? During the playthrough I found out that the Whimsons miss you when you stand still, so I hope you enjoy the froggets. And one last thing to address is the flee button. Yikes, we already failed, but that's just an option, right? In real life, when someone attacks you, you have the option to fight or flight, right? So let's just say we want to train to be a fighter or whatever, but we have absolutely no intentions of actually killing the monsters. Alright, so we just keep playing Ring Around the Rosie like a normal child and wait for the monsters to attack us first for absolutely no reason, and then accidentally kill them with minimal force. We finally reach Toriel. Using our previous excuses, this one is just the same as the others. Stand still, have Toriel hit us, and do really weak attacks, which this time one-shots her, unfortunately. And with that, we're done with the runes, and if I'm not lazy editing, I'll add some random gameplay footage. This is gonna be the name I'm going for. I can't fit all the letters, but we're doing a justified genocide route. Alright, be quiet, Flowey. I don't really care. I'm gonna do this. Oh, that spares it? Look, okay, wait, chill. No, okay, never mind. No, I don't feel threatened, like... let's just keep going. Yeah, I'm finally done. I'm done playing Ring Around the Rosie. Let's just keep exploring. Okay, Toriel, we could talk this out. We could literally talk this out. Oh, please. Oh. Look, I don't want to hurt you, okay? I literally did the weakest attack. I actually didn't want to hurt you. Hey. No. You hit me. I'm sorry. I had to hit you back. No, I mean, you hit me, right? And I wanted you to stop hitting me. And that's just my way of telling you to stop hitting me. Snowdin is literally the same as Ruins, but with a few things I want to add on. Firstly, I got tough gloves, securing the point that I want to be a fighter when I grew up, and let's just progress. My first real unjustifiable action is the doggo fight. At first it might seem like nothing, but one of my strategies was to stand still so I take damage. I could argue that I felt threatened, so I used self-defense, but the problem is that it doesn't really work because I may feel threatened, but I never actually get hurt, meaning it was nothing threatening my life. I don't know, just imagine it was like a balloon sword, for example. Well, unfortunately, I have to increase the counter. As I proceed, I would usually get the snow pieces by now, but even though I'm on the genocide route, I'm still trying to make it the most ethical route as possible. So I can't take any of the pieces from the snowman. The rest of Snowdin is just the same as the ruins, so let's just skip to when I arrived at Snowdin town, and it's just to mention that I can't steal anything from the shop. Papyrus, what a forgettable character. Well, anyways, there's nothing I can do to make this justifiable. In fact, he is copying me, standing still and literally showing no threat to my life. Well, the unjustified counter is going up. Finally, he is no longer in my way, and let's proceed to Waterfall. I'll ignore. Okay, to be honest, I actually never seen that. Okay, just don't. My life is at risk. It's the exact same thing but with Undyne action. At least I can purchase things instead of stealing. But I want to go over some interesting things. Shiren surprisingly kept missing me until she finally landed an attack, allowing me to have a reasonable use of self-defense. In the genocide route, the mad dummy transformed into the glad dummy where they spare me and doesn't show any threat. Not a single attack. I have to kill them in order to proceed with the genocide route, so unfortunately that's another unjustified moment. And finally I reached the bridge. Monster Kid approaches me and I battle. Oh wait, there's literally nothing I can do to make this justifiable. Yeah, so pretty much Monster Kid challenges me but actually shows no threat to my life, and it's a child, so that's even worse. In order to proceed with the genocide route, I have to fight Monster Kid. So yeah, the unjustified counter is going up. Undyne takes the hit, which is another unjustified moment because the intent was to harm Monster Kid, which accidentally goes to Undyne even if she got in the way. And finally, it's time to face Undyne, the Undying. Spoiler alert, for some reason I kept losing to her. You guys did not say that, you guys did. Oh shit, I'm not that bad. Like, if you'll get away from me, monster kid. Alright, that's finders keepers, because it's in the trash, right? Therefore, no one owns it, right? I forgot the lore. Alright, just a cool Easter egg if you guys don't know. If we go up here without finishing off, strongly felt one left. Shouldn't proceed yet. This goes from the most interesting part of the game to the least interesting part. It's literally the exact same excuse for every fight. I can't steal from Braddy and Caddy's shop because, again, I'm trying to make this the most ethical as possible. And the core is just the same as Hotland, but a lot more boring. I can't take on the warrior's path because this purposely gets me in a fight and I'm trying to avoid fights. I should know what it's expected to be when the sign says warrior's path. Finally, I reach Mettaton Neo where the unjustified counter is going up because he is literally just a papyrus fight. That was really short, but here's some clips before I move on to the final 3. I'm probably gonna actually upload this, like, these 2 gameplays on the second channel with no cuts at all, just raw footage. But you know, it's kind of a bad idea because I did say some things that's just yeah, well, my love increased on accident. Like, I didn't want to increase my love, I just want to explore the bridge without getting any encounters. I've made it home. I remember when I first experimented a morally better genocide run. This part is just gonna be just as fun. Alright, so a new home, I got the Saf to worry about. Sans, Asgore, Flowey. Let's just jump straight into Sans. I have to pause right there to say that I unfortunately have to increase the unjustified counter. In this part, Sans does not attack me at all. Therefore, he is no longer threatening my life, and self-defense would become unjustifiable. The only way to get Sans to attack me is either I spare, which kills me, or I attack first unreasonably. So yeah, let's just keep going. I finally survived all of Sans' attack, but I've reached a problem. Sans again completely stops attacking me, therefore he's no longer threatening my life, and any form of force will become unreasonable. The unjustified counter is going up because in order to perceive the genocide route, I have to kill Sans. Yes, I do miss my first swing, but the intent was still to kill him, so it's still unjustifiable. Then Frisk swings their second attack, which hits Sans, but I will talk about that later. Let's move on to Asgore. I approach Asgore and he wants to settle this over a nice cup of tea, but then Frisk unjustifiably attacks Asgore, which then Flowey finishes him off. After Flowey begging for mercy, Frisk then repeatedly attacks Flowey until he is completely dead. Notice how I said Frisk did all those actions? Well, the last 3 unjustified actions has never been in my control, so I could argue Frisk has been doing those actions. But then that doesn't justify how I've been controlling Frisk to accidentally kill all those monsters. This is a really complicated case, and only those diehard Undertale theorists can have a say in this, so in my perspective for now, I will increase the unjustifiable counter by 3 for the last 3 actions that Frisk did, and count them as my actions. Finally, I greet Justif. I'm prompted with an option to either erase or not, which I'm going to choose not to, because I don't want to erase the world through genocide. Justif then fights.